From Bryn to Galar-Bryn, Riyria fans are passionate about many things, and one of those things is correcting people. This is Riyri-Umm Actually. So today we have three contestants. We have Lizzie, Eric,
hello,
and Sultan.
Howdy.
All right, and as a fun part, there will be no major spoilers. So if you haven't read all of the books or even any of the books, feel free to watch today's episode. And to explain the rules, I have in front of me a list of facts and statements about the books and stories all set in Elan. But in each of those statements, there is something that is wrong, and your job is to figure out what is wrong with the statement. So there are two rules. The first thing is, whenever you give me your answer, you must precede it with actually. If you don't do that, I won't give you the point, even if it's right. And the second part is, you can correct me as soon as you hear what's wrong. So even if I haven't finished the statement, feel free to buzz in and answer. Everyone clear on the rules? Perfect. The training of a Teshlor Knight includes 7 main disciplines, as well as 2 additional schools, all of which are named after members of the Galantians, which was an Instaria. Lizzie?
Actually, not all of them are named after the Galantians. One of them, the bow and arrow one, was named after Rowan, the inventor of the bow and arrow.
That is correct.
Yay! I watched the Riyria Explain video.
Okay, so that was a lot easier than I thought the questions were going to go. This might be a pretty quick fail go that fast. All right, second question. In the combat rings of the Gurem, the Uberon compete in 5v5 battles. A team of 5, referred to as a clan, generally consists of an Oberdaza, who wields magic, a chief, who is the best fighter, a range, who uses bow and knives, a finisher, who is the quickest, and a warrior. All right, Sultan, you went first.
Actually, the finisher is not the quickest, but the sneakiest.
Well, they do say the finisher is the quickest. They are also the sneakiest, though, for what's that's worth.
Dang it.
I think I know this one, but it requires a term that I can't remember.
Oh.
All right, Lizzie?
Actually, the warrior is the best fighter, while the chief is just like the leader.
That is correct.
Oh, wow.
Another point for Lizzie.
I think Eric and I both have a side point there, because we both realized it at the same time.
Is
it's
it about
not a bow.
the bow?
Yeah, they don't use a
Yeah,
bow.
they use something else, but I don't remember what it's called.
Some weird tri-shooter thing.
Oh, Trishalon? T-R-I...
Yeah, that sounds really
I know
correct.
how it's written, not how it's said.
Right.
I mean, I think we'll need people to get in the comments for that one.
Yeah.
We'll see. All right. Third question. Across all the books and stories set in Elan, we only ever meet 2 real dragons. The one named Or lived thousands of years ago and was slain by Gath of Odian. The other dragon, which remained...
Actually, the dragon Or was slain by Bran of Pines, who was Gath of Odian's shield.
That's correct.
Nice.
All right. I thought these questions were way harder. You guys are getting these pretty easy. All right. That does bring us to our first shiny question. Now, shiny questions are worth the same amount of points. They're just a little bit different. So this is a picture of the Age of Legend book cover. But there are 3 things wrong with this cover. Whoever can get the most incorrect things will get the point.
Oh, you're crazy.
Lizzie's counting on his fingers.
I'm trying to remember who the people are.
Yeah.
I'm trying to figure out if I'm like.
All right, so let's go down the line. We'll start with you, Lizzie. What three things do you have?
I have like Gifford doesn't have a crutch. I couldn't identify which one was Gifford, but none of them have a crutch or anything that seems to indicate like having the like the deformities that Gifford has. And then I believe at this point Gifford was always with like the horse he rode from Age of War. So I'm guessing the horse is supposed to be here, but there is no horse. And then my third one is that I was just like the light is on. Maybe the light wasn't on when they arrived at the hut. And those are my three.
That'd be some impressive Photoshop skills with the light. Unfortunately, none of those three are correct. All right, let's go to Sultan next. What are your three?
There's no J in Michael's name. And there's supposed to be. There's no pickaxe head on Rain's pickaxe. And Tesh only has one sword.
All right.
Those are my guesses.
Those are two correct for Sultan. All right, and Eric, what did you have?
So I also got the J missing in Michael J. Sullivan. And the other one I got is that I think Bryn is missing from the lineup.
Those are your two guesses?
Yeah, those are my two.
All right, so that is a tie between Sultan and Eric. The correct word, there was no J. The pickaxe head, which is a comically large pickaxe head. It's like wider than Rain is tall.
Yeah.
And then also Bryn is missing. She was on the end of this.
I was like going crazy looking at that because I'm just like, man, did he really Photoshop a whole person out of this? Like,
I thought when Lizzie was counting, I was like, oh, he knows there's a person missing.
Mhm.
I thought only 7 went to the witch's hut.
Yeah,
though.
only 7 went to the.
So it's surprising, but they always say Tressa plus 7.
Oh, you're right. Oh,
you
you totally knew we were gonna think that too.
Oh my god.
Wait, so who gets the point?
I give you both a point. All right, next question. During Riyria, we see that many of the different cities have their own thieving guilds. Kolnora has the Black Diamond, which is led by the Jewel. Radibor has the Rat's Nest, led by Polish. And Medford has the Crimson Hand, led by Top Hat. Sultan.
Actually, the Rat's Nest is not led by Polish.
It is led by Polish.
Gosh, it's crazy because we meet all these different people, but on different books, and my brain is not able to compute all of it.
Yeah. I'm suspicious of the last one, but I'm just not sure who it would be. Actually, the Crimson Hand is not led by Top Hat.
It is led by Top Hat. Yep.
Darn.
Oh. Wait.
Lizzie?
So then, actually, the Black Diamond is not led by the Jewel?
It is led by the Jewel.
Dude.
What did we miss?
All right.
Actually, the Thieving Guild in Radibor is not called the Rat's Nest. But instead, the place in which they stay is called the Rat's Nest.
Ooh.
I will give that to you. I will give that to you for the points. The Rat's Nest in Radibor is an part of the Black Diamond. The Rat's Nest is just the headquarters name.
Nice. I got that technical.
Actually, I was thinking about that. I was like, Polish sounds like a Black Diamond name, though.
Yeah.
It is, yep.
Got that like stone-related name.
Yeah.
All right, next question. When Tesh was first asked his name in Age of Swords, he said he wanted to be called Freyhindia, which translates to Killer of Frey. But Malcolm would not allow him, as it would insult the Galantians, paint a target on his back, and was too hard to pronounce. Yes.
Actually, Wraith did not allow that. Malcolm pointed out some of those things, but Wraith was the one who said, no, that sounds stupid, and also You're dumb.
That's correct. All right. Next question. As two characters who have a specific favorite beverage, Royce prefers Montemorsi wine, which is imported through the Vandam Spice Company. On the other hand, Merrick no longer drinks spirits and now prefers orange juice. Yes, Sultan.
Actually, Merrick prefers hot cider.
That's correct.
Ooh, that was a tough.
I thought for sure that was going to be, everyone was going to be like, no, it's not orange juice, but no one would know what it actually is.
That's one of my favorite scenes in the series, to be honest with you. So I knew immediately.
That's incredible. That's crazy.
I thought it was going to be something with the spice company. That's not actually the company or whatever. I was like, that's an obscure detail. I don't remember who's importing this wine.
It triggered that in my head too. That was the first pick as a possibility, but as soon as you said orange juice, I was like, where would he even get that from? He hates Chileans, probably. Everyone hates Chileans. They're all racist.
Well, they get coffee from Calais now.
Yeah, but coffee's a drug.
So that actually brings us to our next shiny question.
Oh boy.
Gosh, he's gonna make us spell Belgic Hungarian.
It might be worse. A giant demon named Balgargareth is found deep beneath the earth. This beast also goes by another name, Hildur-Agaz Nararaha. Spell that name.
Sorry, can you say it again?
Hildur-Agaz Nararaha.
It's funny, I think I would have been able to spell Belgic Hungarians because, it's on the map. Just in different pieces.
I also have, I guess.
All right. This time, let's go reverse order. You want to start, Eric?
All right. My guess is HILDERAGOZNARORATH.
Very close, but not quite correct. There were only 3 letters that were different. You're next, Sultan.
I have HILDERAGOZNARARAHAN.
Not that far off. You had 4 letters different. All right, Lizzie?
HILDERAGAZNAGARAN.
That was not quite as close as everyone else.
That's fair.
But I did appreciate the Z.
Represent.
Oh, Canada.
So the correct spelling was HILDERAGOZNERORAHA.
Oh,
Wow. If you had merged the two of yours, it would have
I'm going to give Eric a point for that being the closest.
Ooh,
I was not expecting anyone to get it.
that was a tough out there.
I was like, I can spell Balgargareth, and then you mentioned, I remembered, it was like a dark shadow behind Balgargareth.
The real final boss.
Yeah.
Going on to our next question. In all 4 of the series set in Elan, the very first word in the first chapter is also the name of a main character. In Riyria Revelations, it was Hadrian. Riyria Chronicles was also Hadrian. Rise and Fall was Nolan. And The Legends of the First Empire was Wraith. Yes, Lizzie.
Actually, the first word in Legends wouldn't have been Wraith because there's a Book of Bryn passage.
That is correct. That's the correct answer.
Nice.
If the Book of Bryn entry was not in that chapter, it would have been Wraith. Unfortunately, because it was, the first word was in.
Yeah, in the time of Legends or something.
But the chapter actually does start with Wraith.
Yeah. Which is kind of crazy.
It's a great
yeah.
it's a great start to chapters, is starting with the character name.
All right. In the year 2545, Broderick Essendon defeated King Lothamad at the Battle of Drondel Fields, after which he signed a charter with 5 other families, the Pickerings, the Reds, the Jurls, the Valens, and the Exeters, thereby forming the nation of Melangar.
I feel like this is a rose-born one. That's not my area of expertise.
Actually, it's not 5 other families that the charter is signed with.
It is 5 other families. Lizzie?
Actually, it's King Lothmad, not Lothomad.
Oh, because you're thinking of the mountain range.
Yes.
Lothmad. It actually is Lothomad.
Oh, interesting. But the mountain range is called Lothmad's Teeth?
Yep.
Okay.
Eric?
Actually, it was Tolan Essendon that signed the charter.
No, it was Broderick.
All right. That was just a guess. Throwing it out there.
I really like this question because it is an extreme technicality. Yes, Sultan.
Actually, he signed the charter before the battle, not after.
No.
Actually, the Pickering family was called the Pickernillions when they first signed the charter.
That is correct. They were the Picolarinons.
Pickolarinons.
Yep.
Oh, man.
The answer to that one was in a Riyria Explained video if anybody wants to look up that channel.
Nice.
It was probably because I had to pronounce Picolarinon so many times that I had to think of that.
Probably, yeah. That's probably why he changed his name. He couldn't even pronounce it.
All right, next question. Since the induction of the Fane, who is the ruler of the Fray, all Fanes have been born to one of 4 of the 7 tribes. 1 from the Nilnead, 2 from the Ascendware, 2 from the Instaria, and 2 from the Miraleith, while the Umalin, Islwyn, and Gwaidra... Oh.
Actually, there's only been 1 from the Instaria.
No. False. While the Umalin, Islwyn, and Gwaidrai have been unrepresented.
Actually, there was a Gwaidrai Fane.
No, there's never been a Gwaidrai Fane.
Okay.
Actually, Gilendora was from the Aelwyn tribe, not the Nilnid tribe.
Wait, say that one again?
Glendora was from the Aelwyn tribe, not the Nilland tribe. Is that correct?
No, that is not correct. You had a little bit of truth in that one, so I had to take a second. I had to take a second beat.
Ooh. Okay. Actually, Fenelaus was an Aelwyn when she became Fane and became Miraleith afterwards.
Correct. Yes. Fenelaus was born to the Islwyn. That brings us to our final shiny question. Throughout the series, we've seen several in-universe books and authors. Here's a list of 9 authors and 9 books. You have to match up as many of them as you can. So this time, let's start with Sultan. What did you have?
Okay, so starting from the top of the list of authors, Hartenford, I have connected to Chronicles of Maritime Commerce. Dubray and Ash, I have connected to Treatise on Imperial Common Law. Bryn to Book of Bryn. Greigles to The Forgotten Race. Monks of Maribor to the Codex of Maribor. Orantine Fallon to History of Apelladorn. Anton Bullard to Elquin. Fairlane to The Migration of Peoples. And Hill McDavin to Genealogy of Warwick Monarchs.
Let's go with Lizzie next.
I have it in the order of like things I remembered. So Bryn to Book of Bryn, Fairlane to Migrations of People, the Monks plus Falkirk to the Codex, Orantine Fallon for Elquin, Greigles to the Forgotten Race, Bullard for the History of Apelladorn, Hill McDavin for the Chronicles of Maritime Commerce, Hardenford to Imperial Common Law, and Dubrian Ash to Warwick Monarchs.
And Eric, what did you have?
See, I'll go in order of this list here. So for Hartenford, I put the genealogy of Warwick Monarchs. For Dubrian Ash, I have the Forgotten Race. For Bryn, I have the Book of Bryn. For Grigoles, I put the Chronicles of Maritime Commerce. For the Monks of Maribor, I have the Codex of Maribor. For Orantine Fallon, I have Elquin. For Anton Billard, I have the History of Apelladorn. For Fairlane, I have the Migration of Peoples. And Hill McDavin is the Treatise on Imperial Common Law.
So in that, Sultan had 3 correct, Lizzie had 6 correct, and Eric had 7 correct.
Ooh, let's go literature.
The first 3 I thought you'd all get, and you all got those 3. So.
Man.
Oh, I
Yeah.
messed up the
Last
dwarf.
three.
If I had
knew I
known who
messed
the
up
dwarf
the.
was.
I knew I messed up Orantine Fallon afterwards. I love Fairlane. I don't know how I messed that up.
Kyle wrote Elquin, according to Kyle.
I don't know. That's actually incredible you guys got that much. I think I would have gotten the first 3 and would have been guesses after that.
The last 3 were definitely guesses, but I did get lucky on one of those, it looks like.
Currently at points we sit, Lizzie has 3, Sultan has 4, and Eric has 6. Brings us to our final round. In the year 2450, Glenmorgan conquered much of the remnants of the empire, including Albernia. To avoid being sacked, the church supported his rule, naming him the new emperor. When he
Actually, he was named steward of the empire, not the actual emperor.
That's correct. You got that right. Next question. Manzant was a human-built salt mine turned prison located in western Marinon. Several characters from the series have spent time there, such as Nolan, Nim, and Royce.
Actually, Manzar was built in the past. Manzar is the name of the prison that was built a long time ago, turned into the prison Manzant.
No.
The Manzar salt mine?
No. Lizzie?
The elves, like in Staria, elves built the salt mine.
No, incorrect. Eric?
I was gonna say the same thing as Lizzie, so I'm stumped.
Go Sultan. You got something?
Actually, it was built by the Belgric Longrians.
That is correct.
Nice.
There we go.
It was dwarven built.
Also, I'm pretty sure it was called the
No,
Manzar.
yeah, the region is called Manzar.
Was it actually?
Definitely on the Nolan map. Yeah, on the Nolan map, it definitely says Manzar, but I think the prison is still Manzant.
No, well, exactly. Manzar was a human-built salt mine turned prison.
Oh,
so
I see.
That's why I was like, maybe it's Manzar.
We'll see if the comments fight for you then.
See what the comments say.
In the comments.
I'm worried about what the
I'm
comments
so sorry
will say.
to Brendan Lee Mulligan if.
All right, next question. The Estremnadon Academy is the school where the Frey artists, aka the Mirleith, are trained in the ways of the art. Entrance to the school is contingent on the Sharhasa, an aptitude test. Frey are allowed only a single chance at passing.
Actually, it's not called the Estremnadon Academy.
It is called the Estremnadon Academy.
Actually, the Frey are allowed multiple tries on the aptitude test.
I will take that. Yes. Mwandale was allowed 2 chances at it. I don't think we know if that for every Frey, but we know at least some Frey have had multiple chances.
Right. Could be a princely thing, maybe, but who knows?
So that brings us to our final question. And obviously, knowing all these facts about a fictional book series is really important, but also knowing life skills is important. So the final question is going to be about real life skills that you probably should know. If you are out hiking and are bit by a venomous snake, Some of the actions you should take include calling 911, taking a photo of the snake from a safe distance, applying a tourniquet, marking the edge of the swelling and marking down the time, but you should not try to suck out the venom.
Actually, you should, all of this seems, you should not apply a tourniquet.
That is correct, actually. Yeah. It was taught in the past you should do that to try to slow the venom from going through the blood, but it turns out that's not correct at all. So I was really hoping some people would say you should try to suck out the venom.
Taking a photo of the snake after being bitten was not the thing.
Oh no, that's super important, so they know what anti-venom to use.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh,
that was gonna be my guess, but that makes sense.
I thought it was like a joke. Okay, that's funny. Okay, good to know. Good to know.
Well, there we go. We just saved Lizzie's life someday in the future. All right. Well, that brings us to the end of our game. Final scores. It looks like Lizzie with 4, Sultan with 6, and Eric with 7.
Ooh, close game.
That was close, yeah.
Close game.
Congratulations to Eric, and thank you everybody for watching our first ever Riyri-Umm Actually. And if Dropout or Trap is watching this, please don't copyright strike this video. Thanks everyone.